Most of you watching this video have seen or heard about the FBI's infamous COINTELPRO program. It was initiated by J. Edgar Hoover so that he could monitor, infiltrate, misdirect, and neutralize the Black Power and civil rights movements. In light of the revelation that the FBI is keeping track of alleged Black identity extremists, I want to discuss an aspect of COINTELPRO, the Ghetto Informant program. It kicked off in 1967 and had 7,402 informants by the time the program closed in September of 1972. It called for an individual who lives or works in a ghetto area and has access to information regarding the racial situation and racial activities in his area, which he furnishes to the Bureau on a confidential basis. This program was relatively easy for the FBI to implement for a key reason: the hood itself. Areas like Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, and New York were high priority, but at least 8 other cities were included. Area barbershops in all their glory were safe havens from women, but not from the FBI. Through stalking and wiretapping, listening posts were established to keep an ear to the hood and tell what was going on, making leaders and organizations easier to exploit and manipulate. At least 67 of these informants belonged to the Black Panther Party. Another key component were black bookstores, and informants were instructed to identify the owners, operators, and clientele of such stores. Black bookstores were important because they often carry books that you couldn't find anywhere else. The program was terminated in 1973 with a disapproving comment from the Senate Intelligence Committee. Actions were taken which were designed to break up marriages, terminate funding or employment, and encourage gang warfare between violent rival groups. Due process of law forbids the use of such covert tactics, whether the victims are innocent, law-abiding citizens, or members of groups suspected of involvement in violence. On August 3, 2017, 9 days after the murderous white supremacist rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, an internal government memo circulated that revealed the Black community is still under surveillance. Not that we didn't know that. The memo read, "The FBI assesses it is very likely Black identity extremist perceptions of police brutality against African Americans spurred an increase in premeditated, retaliatory, lethal violence against law enforcement and will very likely serve as justification for such violence." Really? Basically, anybody that's a little too loud or a little too angry is under surveillance.